Hello everyone and welcome to the continuation of our project in Wizard. So instead of doing this, we are going to do like the own a dog. Okay, since it looks similar to this. Okay, this completely different UI. This also totally different, but you can see it looks like similar. Okay, so let's see how the prototype looks like. Mhm. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay. So that said, let's get started. So I'm going here. All I have to do is I'm just going to delete this. Okay, and then I'll just Control C, Control V this. Okay. Now I just have to change the image here. So I'm going to click this, and then I'll click here, and let's say dogs. So the dog image should be an MC dog with hood. Okay, so I'm going to pause and then search for this image. Okay, so I think this is it. Okay, so we found it, so click it, and then it's already going to auto resize itself. Okay, now let's see what we need to do. It's just explore docs to adopt. Okay, so just going to type here explore explore docs to adopt. Okay. And let's look at the size. So we have um 20, so the text size is 20, so the font size is 20. Where did I type it? Oops, it didn't type. 20. I think like this position is quite okay. And okay, so I think it should be somewhere here. Okay. So I'm aligning it to the edge of this. Okay. Um, and then I can. So now we just have to work on the images and then the breeds. Okay. So I will have to just let's say I'm going to take these out. I'll take this one too out. Okay. And then we have so the dogs. Okay, so the dogs. Let's check the size first. The size is 107 by 107. So I'm just going to take this out, delete this, delete this, and I'll right click and then I'll ungroup. Okay, so those who grouped, okay, you can ungroup. Okay, so 107 by 107 by 107. And let's look at the radius for this. Let's see if the radius is perfect. So radius is 9. I'm going to change this to 9. Okay, now let's see what I have to do. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 images. So Control CV. Okay, so I'll come back to this. Let's work on the images first. So let's just choose a random dog image. So dogs. So let's say I want this. Then I'll choose another dog. So I want this. Remember, let me change it to let me see the name. Okay, so there's nothing here, so I just have to delete this. Okay, so let's work on this. Okay, so dog. Then let's select let's say I want this. Okay. So now, so the spacing, work on the spacing. Take this up a bit. So I think I like this position. So this position is quite okay. There's enough space here. So I'm going to move this somewhere here, just so I see the spacing. Okay. So when I highlight all, I want to make sure that the spacing here are equal. So I'll just select this. Okay, so now the spacing is equal. The spacing here. So let me move this quite a bit. Okay. Then all I have to do now is just control group this, control C, control V. Then I'm going to move it down. Okay. So this okay. Now okay, there's enough spacing. So now let's give it more spacing. Let me take it here. And then we need a text called breeds. Okay. So I'm going to select this, control C, control V, bring this here. Okay, since I'm getting, I'm looking for, or I'm doing a different UI which is separate from this. Okay, so let's say breeds. Okay, they are different from what this is. I'm going to have to give it enough spacing as you see here. Okay, so that this text, if you look at your gallery in on your phone, you will notice how these images are being played, or how these text or UIs are being um, explored or worked around. Okay, so this breeze belongs to, or these images belongs to this breeze. So the spacing here is enough to show that this is a whole UI on itself or on its own. So I'm going to type breeze, and then all I have to do is just duplicate this, Control CV, then bring this down. Okay, okay. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to change the images. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so you can see now I've populated them with the desired images. Okay, so you can do same, and then you can see the spacing. Okay, so that should be it for this particular UI. Okay, so there's the own a dog or own dog UI screen, and then yeah. So next we would have to do, let's do this. Okay, so the cat is going to be the last thing to do. So the cat UI is going to be the last thing to do. So in our next lesson, we'll do this. Okay. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next lesson.